trip, got the stick up. Niggas be mad for no reason, I know. Worry about me, that's the reason you broke. My peoples got reefer, hit me for the smoke. I used to serve the QPs for the low.
What's good, YouTube? We back with another episode of the TrakWolf GodCast.
Yes, Lord.
I'm your boy TrakBeatz. Got my man Cheno Bliss over in the building co-hosting with us today.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? We got a special guest up in the motherfucking building with us. You know what I'm saying? My man V.Bady. You know what I'm saying? Coming all the way from staying out the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Come
Lord,
show
V.Bady in the streets, you heard? Smoke
Yeah.
something with your kinfolk. Big 7, you know what I mean? Great Orange Hope, all that. Smoke something with your kinfolk. Follow me at Great Orange Hope on all social media too.
So what does Great Orange Hope mean? That's a name or a brand?
I mean, it's both, kind of. I mean, it's my. I mean, I use it as my my social media handle just cause you know what I mean. It's different. You know when they said the Great White Hope. You know what I mean? It's just something.
Yeah.
Great Orange Hope. My favorite color, orange. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm known for. You know what I mean? Growing up in school, that's what I always known for. 7. I made that color orange. You know what I'm saying? I made the color of my movement orange. You know what I'm saying? Not a gang of movement. Made color. You know what I mean? Made the color orange. You know what I'm saying? Just cause I mean that's what that's my favorite color. So. Yeah, Great Orange Hope is like, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to. I like the word hope just cause you always keep something alive, but like you know what I'm saying? It just fit me. It's something different and it's quick, and I knew nobody else gonna have that name. You know what I mean? So run with it. Great Orange Hope, but also my guy right here, I'm gonna go ahead and call him the Great Orange Hope too, man. Got on my shirt. I got new merch coming soon too. So.
Hey, yeah. Make sure y'all check out the merch. You know what I'm saying? We
I'll
always
let y'all know,
supporting.
man.
Y'all see that motherfucking the bully up here. Y'all know what I'm saying? We showing love, supporting.
Shopwiththe7.com. That's a fact, man. So y'all log in, shop with the 7, and just put the number 7. You ain't gotta spell it. Shop with the 7. WIT.
I like that logo, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That
Yeah, I'm gonna do it big for the.
creative.
No, I'm gonna do it big for the.
So what made you actually use an orange?
Just Great Orange Soap. I don't know, bro. I just wanted to try to take the orange to a whole new brand. Like as far as just, you know what I mean. Like it might as well make it an orange because I was sometimes thinking about a pumpkin or something like that, just to the color.
Yeah.
But using the orange is actually more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like I used to have a Syracuse hat with the orange, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
shout out my
man,
hometown.
and anybody that know me know I rock with Ewing heavy. I only buy Ewings, bro. I only buy 33s.
I learned something new about you and fucking with this man right here.
No disrespect to nobody else. I know people I got one pair of Jordans that I actually bought, the orange Gatorades, and that's just because they was orange.
Yeah.
But other than that man, I get no more. I don't get none of my money. I only give my money to the Widow's Peak, and that's a fact. But. Like I said, people don't know. If you don't know,
The Widow's Peak.
Yeah.
Ewing.
Because that's what Ewing
No,
known for.
Ewing Athletics is the brand. It's no Reebok. He's not under Nike. He's not under Adidas. He's not under anything. Ewing has his own brand, black-owned shoe. All the money goes to Ewing and his company, and he disperses it amongst his employees. And a lot of us, I don't think a lot of people know that, and a lot of people don't support it. I follow Ewing on Instagram, but his joint ain't even verified.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's crazy for me.
You got me following him
It's
now.
crazy for me. It's like, man, it's a black-owned shoe, and the shoes is dope to me. I mean, some people don't like big shoes, but I mean, he might not be.
Now people
Ewing's
wearing
a
big
legend,
shoes.
bro.
That's not an excuse no more. People wearing big shoes. You got niggas wearing shoes.
Ewing's a legend,
with
bro.
The soles, they like 10-inch soles on the niggas' shoes now. So, like
Stop it,
Ewing shit is just wide. You know what I'm saying? That's the only difference.
Well, look, I'm a big.
But one
dude,
thing
so
I didn't know about him was that he wasn't sponsored, and that it is basically black owned, which is why probably another reason why he ain't get promoted like Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
There should be no reason Instagram, no matter how many followers
Ewing
he got,
name
he should
alone.
be verified. Ewing, because he don't have an Instagram himself.
Yeah.
Like it's no Patrick Ewing Instagram.
Just
but
his shoe.
Just the Ewing Athletics Instagram should have a blue check, bro. He's still he's a legend. Everybody know who Patrick Ewing is. Even though you can say, well, he got dunked on by you can tell reels of him getting dunked on. That man a legend, and he balled up. So, and I respect it. I like the shoe. That's the first reason I like it. The shoe design is dope. You know what I'm saying? And we forget that Ewing was the rookie of the year too. You know what I'm saying? In '86, like. People be forgetting, they be trying to sleep on him just because he lost to Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, many times, but you can't do that. Everybody lost to Jordan in those 6 years.
Jordan was a sponsored player like LeBron and Kobe. They sponsored players, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they process us a little different, but for Ewing to be doing that shit, you know what I'm saying, and then still not to have no push behind him.
I respect
shit.
it. But for him to still it still lasts for years. He come out with new shoes all the time, so it's like it's not hurting, it's not going away. People still buy it. I mean, like I said, Ross got Ewings. got the Death Row Ewans. He got Lil Wayne made a Ewan. Nori got the Drink Champ Ewans. Like he do collaborate, and that's what I'm saying. He collaborated with hip hop people, and people still not buying them. Like I think, you know what I mean? Why are we not buying these shits?
They collab with these people, but they not promoting it. So Lil Wayne go wear it, but they not going to zoom in with Lil Wayne wearing it and then like promote it.
Sometimes, you know I mean, he puts it. That's what. But I'm saying he puts those pictures on the UN Athletic website, and it's still not verified.
I also never seen any of these people that you said promoting the UNs. I've never seen anybody say that.
I seen Ross promote his UNs. Ross got some UNs. Them shit's hard. The MMG UNs is hard. There's a Big Pun Ewan, Puerto Rican Jones, them joints hard.
You getting me in the Ewan.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. Y'all is not hip. And don't everybody try to jump on. Well, no, you know what? Now, like I said, everybody jump on Ewan. Please jump on Ewan. But just remember, I'm telling you first. I'm sure some people that been on Ewans, that's fine. But it's around here, I'm telling you, bro. I got, your Ewan collection, mother Ewan collection not touching mine. That's a fact. But it's alright. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Ain't even about that, but I'm just saying I've been investing for years though in Ewans, so every time I step out, it don't matter if it's I might cut grass in Ewans. I got that old Ewans, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
That's like how people invest in Jordans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I know it's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just my thing.
It is something wrong with that when you support something, but the person that's doing the brand don't really give a fuck about you or support you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it should be some kind of principles or morals like stamped behind shit. Like, the nigga was a dope player, but you look into sports the long way, you already know it's big money in sports.
Yeah.
And these people is rigging these shit, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, looking at that shit, knowing that Jordan invests into the prison systems and all of that shit, that would be...
But no, I heard that it was a different Jordan.
No.
I heard that was a different Jordan though. It's Michael Jordan, but it's a white man named Michael Jordan who does it. I think that it's no, bro. Look it up. I don't want to say that, but
I did look it up.
You sure it's Michael? No, because people are saying that they kept confusing Michael Jordan with doing that, and it's really another dude named Michael Jordan who's investing in it. But they get, you know what I mean? They getting it mixed up. I don't know. I don't look into it that much. There's a lot of people making money off prisons.
So whether we not putting the facts on here right now, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Y'all can research it, but outside of that, you know what I'm saying? Jordan made statements himself, you know what I'm saying, as far as why he don't knock the prices down and he don't give a fuck about niggas killing each other over the shoe, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things that you can name as far as like the shit Jordan has said that would be like, yo, why fuck with this nigga? Like,
I'm not the biggest Jordan fan anyway. It's not nothing against him. He's a great player. I'm not saying nothing like that. It's just he's not one of my favorite players. My favorite player, Ray Allen, really. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a Sonics fan anyway. So, like, that's another thing. Like, I'm not even, like, so, like I said, and then we can always going to be the debate. Like, you can say whatever, but
I was just speaking as far as character, not the sport.
LeBron is always going to be better than, people are always going to hold LeBron in higher character than Jordan as far as character.
So I'm just speaking as far as character, you know what I'm saying, as far as like pertaining over here, you know what I'm saying, to each his own as far as your hobbies or what you love to do, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But as far as character, like, you should be fucking with people or following people that got dope character, you know what I'm saying, that's about what they saying, you know what I'm saying, that's not moving backwards. Like, it's a lot of people that's moving backwards and people still be fucking with them. So as much as people say they wouldn't fuck with a rat, you fucking with other weirdos or lames, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you could stuff them all in the same category the way the system is set up right now, you know what I'm saying? We need more people flying in the right way.
But you gotta understand, that's a rarity, bro. And people standing for something nowadays is a rarity, bro. I mean, and everybody gonna say, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people say they stand for something, but then when it comes down to it, they're not gonna stand for it, or they might act like they're gonna stand for it and then back out the last second. Like, man, it's a lot of false prophets out here, and it's a lot of people who pretending out here, and there's a lot of people just going with the wave. Now, it's whatever you wanna, wherever you wanna put whatever position you wanna put yourself in.
You can tell a lot of the times by how someone words what they say if they're going to stand on it, or the probability of them standing on a situation.
Because everything is on a percentage scale, you know what I'm saying? So I would never say somebody's just all bad or somebody's all good. It's on a percentage scale. This nigga maybe just 90% bad and only 10% good, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else maybe 90% good, 10% bad.
Or it would be situational, where someone can't handle confrontation or pressure, or they don't have problem solving skills. So
well, we all human beings, so it's all good and evil in us, whatever. You know what I mean? It's your choice of what you want to do. We all did bad things. We all did good things. At the end of your life, you hope that your good outweigh the bad. That's what we all, I think, not we all, but I think that's the main goal of what we're trying to do.
I feel like once you get spiritually connected, it's no longer a weight, because most of your weight is going to lean on the positive, productive side. So it's going to be 90 to 80% of my life is going to be good when you're feeling more spiritually connected with yourself, because now you're not letting so much outside interference fuck with your frequency, you know what I'm saying? So you're not as distracted or as emotionally attached to like social media or going on there or something, you know what I'm saying, or having a fucking bad driver in your way when you're on the road, you know what I'm saying? So
can I ask this question? How much is it as being an artist? How much weight do you put on other people's opinion of yourself or what you're trying to do? You know what I mean? Are you do you know what you're doing and you feel like what you're doing is good, or you wouldn't do it? Some people do it just for the money, but if you're a real artist and you love what you do and you have fun doing it and you putting it out, do you let? There's no way you can completely not care what other people is. There is,
yeah.
But at the same time, you're doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for other people to enjoy it. Like, I don't care. I don't want to make a song that even if I like it and I go out here and nobody like it, it's gonna make me be like, damn, nobody likes this song. But if I go make a song and I go perform it and it turn up and I go crazy and then everybody, you know, they don't know me for whatever, but they're like, hey, that nigga, he rocked out. I fuck with him. That, like, you care. You got, if you're an artist, you're kind of forced to care in some way, some shape, way, or fashion.
I believe that's where integrity comes in for the artist, because I learned with promoting, and we all know songs that we may not have messed with it at first, but over time, maybe through somebody you heard it with, maybe your boy like it, maybe your girl like it, maybe it's a dance to it, maybe you like the beat, maybe you like the flow. It's something about it. Maybe it's the undertones in it, because you know they record subliminal messages on a lot of records. So it's something through promoting. I learned that you don't have to like the song,
right?
And that's part of why I started looking into promoting, because I'm just like, well, what if I like the song and I want everybody else to
like it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
And then, like, also what I feel like, because I'm coming from like a producer standpoint, so. For the beats, for me, it's like, you know, a lot of artists want one sound kind of beats, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for me, I create better based off of what I feel, how I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not going to stop making beats because, you know what I'm saying, people not getting on these joints over here, you know what I'm saying? I just know that this is a catalog that's being built for the other artists that do come through, you know what I'm saying, and that wants to fuck with it. So it's like... Yeah. It's all in your perspective on how you intake it and what you pull out of it.
And it's also, going off what you're saying, Trak, it's also cool to work with an artist who is down to try different stuff and down to be on rap on different sounds. Like, and I ain't putting nobody down, because like I said, if you find your lane, you got your sound. That's what if that's what's working for you, that's what people like. That's what you give to people. Yeah. Me as an artist, I like trying different things, and I feel like I can make anything. If I hear the beat within the first 15-20 seconds, if I can think of a rhyme in my head, I already know I can rap on this beat. So now I don't care if it's animated beat, I don't care if it's a slow beat, I don't care if it's a R&B beat or trap beat, whatever. If I can think of something within the first 20-30 seconds, I'm going to try to make something out of it.
So do you feel like you being sometimes subconsciously being confined to make your music in one direction when naturally you're a creative person, so you want to be able to explore?
When I'll say this, I always make my music off of the beat. So I have never really went into, it's rare that I go into a session or I go into something and like, hey, I already got this idea or I got this written. give me the, you know what I mean? That's why I'm a in tune person. Like I gotta be with. That's why all the people, the majority of my songs, pretty much 95% of my songs is from producers that I know and chill with, from you to Boss Legend to Dope Nod to whoever, you know what I mean, to C Mason to whoever else that I've been around. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like, you know what I mean. Shout out Dope Man too. Like whoever. Like if I'm sitting in a session with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing your beats and we vibing. That's how I work. Like I don't come in there with nothing pre-logged in my brain. Like I don't come there like, oh, I got this already written. Let me put a beat to this. No, play the beat. If I fuck with it, I'm gonna come up with something quick like that. I done did this shit so long that it's gonna come.
So like you go with your inner feeling or your inner you. You have to feel it. You have to vibe with it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta touch the inside. You'll hear some shit that knock on the outside. Yeah. But it's like that ain't my vibe right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
and you can,
when you hear that one that hit you on the inside first, and then you can rock with it on the outside. So that's like, once again, everything is inside out. You know what I'm saying? They teach us outside in, but it's inside out.
And I tell a lot of people this too. Don't just put something to a beat just because it's the first thing you thought of, or you know what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of artists know this, so I don't have to tell them. But a lot of people, just the first thing they think of, they just put it to it. And sometimes it works. It works. You know what I mean. The more you do it, it works. But I say, take your time with shit. Like when everybody say, if you can get on the joint and just freestyle your whole shit, that's fine. But a lot of these people saying they freestyling, they really punching in 1,000 times. Yeah. And you could have really sit down and wrote a verse in 20 minutes. Yeah. The same way you could go in there and punch in for 20 minutes. Yeah. But if that's your style, that's your style. What I'm saying is, sometimes, bro,
that kind of disturbs the workflow.
Hitting it tactical. What? When stopping the right?
No, when you have that many takes. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I remember I used to think,
cause
these big motherfuckers is amazing. I'm like, yo, they doing all this shit. Like,
you have one vibe going into the studio, but then after an hour and you still working on the same track, the energy kind of shifts a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still there, but it's like now it's kind of feeling like, oh, I've been sitting on this too long. But you know you got to get it done now. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to work through it as far as being something you know to do. But
I done been in the studio with shit that I done wrote, and sometimes maybe it might be the right vibe, or maybe I'm trying something new with the verse, trying a new cadence, trying a new pocket, and I can't hit it right, and it's taking. And I might be in there for an hour and 30 minutes, 2 hours on one song. You know what I mean? On one, or maybe just one verse. And you know what I mean? I'm in there sweaty. I'm in there whatever, but I'm not. I gotta make sure it's get out the right way, or it's not. You know what I mean? It's not gonna come out the right way. So it's like, I mean, that's a different type of. You know what I'm saying? Dedication. Like I said, if you can go in there and freestyle, that's fine. I done been to. I can one take a whole song. But I'm not a punch-in person.
So to ask you a question now, so like when artists get to that place, or like when artists get to that place, do they elevate? Well, obviously they're elevating, but should they like should they turn this shit up as far as like how much and how fast they're putting out content?
Well, what do you mean?
So like when you're taking your time making these songs and getting these projects together.
Yeah.
How many projects are you releasing through this time?
Right. See, and I'll say this, I ain't gonna give off no secrets or nothing, what I got planned. But, I mean, I already told y'all one of my big plans is being more consistent. Because, I mean, we already got the music. It's just about putting it out in a consistent fashion. But, what I also say one more time?
Yeah. As far as being consistent, like, nah, I done lost my train.
Nah,
as far as being consistent, like to me, I feel like you're a consistent artist. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Cheno is a consistent artist.
No, that is not consistent.
But when you say consistent, are you pertaining to like how much content you're dropping? Because some people, some people is like what you dropping is consistent to them. Like that's. Fast, like every couple months here or there, you know what I'm saying?
But it's really not in the grand scheme of things. So for you, I'll say this: it's hard to rush content. Listen, everybody's I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of people's attention span is short now. So for me, I've been thinking like, you a new artist, you up and coming artist, you don't need to give these people 10 songs. You don't really need to give them 12 songs, and that's what but that's the shit I grew up off of that. So all my, you know what I mean, all my tapes or projects is at least 10 songs. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm trying to give people some content. But now people not listening to that. Even if it's your favorite artist, you might listen to the album once, if that, but you're gonna pick your 2-3 favorite songs and you're gonna add that to your playlist, or you're gonna add that to whatever, and then when you go in your car, you're gonna go straight to that song. So if I'm gonna put out, me personally, I'm about to put out a couple EPs, but I'm gonna make sure they 5 or 6 songs. You know what I mean? And then make sure they all bangers so people can pick whichever one they feel like they gonna, you know what I mean?
So when we get the bangers and then when we take our time on these projects, how do you know that the people is gonna like everyone that you feel is a banger? So like, people got different sauces. So like me, when I cook up beats, like the ones that people be picking and fucking with and choosing to do videos and songs and shit with be the ones that I spend the least amount of time on.
Right.
The ones that I get the least amount of energy. They grab the other joints too, but I'm saying like, so do you feel like some of your songs, like, do you feel like you critiquing yourself too hard? Like you could be releasing more as an artist? And I guess that could go for you too, because you do music as well. You know what I'm saying? And I know like your flow is like, y'all both are pretty consistent, but the flow is like different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll say this. Gary V said, I follow Gary V. I know probably a lot of y'all do, but if you don't follow Gary V on Instagram, just for the motivation.
I follow his YouTube, but I know you're talking about.
Yeah. But basically he said, I mean, it's an old saying. People always say it. You know what I mean? Hard work. You know what I mean? Is gonna outdo talent any day. But basically, what he's saying is, if you're a creator and you overthinking your content, and this other person is just putting out content, eventually he's gonna pass you because he's just putting out content, and you're thinking. So he's gonna lap you because you might be putting out something every month or two, and he's putting out something every week or every couple of days. Regardless of the quality or whatever, he's gonna have more followers just because he's more consistent than you. Even though it's a dirty game, but that's what I'm saying. It's a thin line with artists because I care about what I'm putting out and I care about how it looks, even though it's not always the best quality. When I do put it out, it's a thought behind it. It's something behind it that I gotta do. But you gotta be more consistent.
But do you feel like you should, like, because I know a lot of artists have these things, and I always think about this from my perspective and from producers' perspective, like, do you feel like you should just have these tracks, okay, I'm going to do these tracks, and these going to be my quality tracks that I'm going to spend however long I need to spend on them, and these is going to be some tracks that I just go ahead and knock out the fucking way?
Yeah.
Like, do you, like...
Yeah, oh no, it's that, I mean, listen, if I get a beat from somebody that I know, I'm going to treat that shit different than that beat that I got off of YouTube.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's the difference. So, and usually I'm always on somebody's beats that I know, so I make sure I'm gonna try to put some hard shit on it or something that's gonna stick on it. You know what I mean? Even if it don't stick now, I try to make music that it's always, like I said, I'm not boosting or bragging or nothing. I just know that when you hear me or when you hear my music, it's always gonna sound different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to make it sound different. It's just gonna be, whenever I release it, it's a song. It could be songs 2-3 years ago. If I ever put a visual to it and drop it, it's not gonna sound like nobody else's music. You know what I mean? So for me, it's hard because it's like I want to make sure I drop right, but it's saying whenever I do drop, I know it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? But you gotta drop consistently too.
I was about to say, but the thing is like,
I definitely think too much. Go ahead.
All right, so like B said, like, I'm a fan of your music, and then it's like I gotta wait forever to hear some more music.
That's a fact. You do, and
and
that's how you lose fans. And that's how, and it's a weird space. We can talk, bro. I'm telling you, we can talk
like,
about.
So
whatever.
it's like you could have these songs that you spend a lot of time on, but then you also have to have a space to where, okay, I'm about to just drop these joints. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I got throwaways too, though. I got throwaways, bro. I'm telling you, no lie, no story. I got at least 100 songs, probably like 120. That's not that nobody's heard. You know what I mean? So it's like I can definitely drop them, and they're not. I'm not gonna tell you they all fire. They're not all the hottest songs, but I definitely could. I can put them out if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go record a song unless I think
I know y'all two have the same perspective, which is why Cheno is over here just kind of just chilling.
No, that's my guy.
Yeah, so I know.
We just met, by the way, but we're both Aquariuses, so our personalities are very similar.
That's a fact.
So
yeah. And I'm not even into the astrology.
His music
like that,
is released the same way, so I'm just trying to dig in a little bit more as far as like from a fan's perspective, who is gonna want more music from their artists.
People are telling me.
So I know they got to deal with life too, which is another thing that kind of slows shit down, and then it costs to like do.
But you can't put that on the fans either, and that's why it's a thin line. Listen, anybody that's ever listened to my music, ever came to any show, ever, you know what I mean, came and blessed up with me, I appreciate y'all to the fullest. But you still, it's hard living life and being an artist when you're funding yourself all the time. But at the same time, it's what you got to do. It's what we signed up for. But it's an efficient way to do things. And sometimes, a lot of times, we ain't being efficient.
So how do you feel about networking as far as that perspective?
Oh, I got a network board. But a lot of people that watch this, they know my face. And they know I be around. And they know that you know what I'm saying? So, for me, I mean, I gotta be better in contact with people. I gotta reach out more and actually chop it up with people more. Like, I'll chop it up with you when I'm at the show. I'm gonna chop it up with you when I see you. But then when I go home or I do whatever else, I just get engulfed in my own shit and I don't even be reaching out to people. I mean, and that go for friends, family too. I gotta break myself out of that. But like I said, these last couple of years of life, just living, it made me focus on myself more. Like, I don't know if the creator was trying to make me fall back and be like, hey, you need to pay attention to some other things. You've been one track. I'm a one-track minded person. I've been that way a long time. So just recently this year, that's why I say 2020 might be, it's definitely a curse. You know what I mean? Because we done lost so many people, you know what I mean, and shit like that from illnesses or random death, shootings, whatever. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was a year for me to sit back and be like, yo, what am I know the music's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? I'm entrenched in that. I can't. There's no turning it off. I've already built something. I can't just let it. You know what I mean? Go by the wayside. I'm gonna do something with it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, there's a whole lot of other shit in life that you ain't even paying attention to, bro. Like I said, I got my first credit card this year, bro. I went to the lot the first time this year. Like I'm telling people, like, as an artist, I really put all my money into the art. Like, I'll ride around in the old whip. Just as long as it don't matter, my video gonna look good. You know what I'm saying? My pictures, I got clothes out. I got, like, to me, it was always about what can I do with my money for this. Yes, the image matters, but I always care about the art first. So I'm not gonna go and buy a brand new whip when I could go spend this and get a feature, or I can go spend this and, you know what I mean, get this video done and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know this shit costs thousands of dollars a monthly. Like, if you really putting your shit out, you costing $1,000 a monthly, and a lot of motherfuckers ain't.
You gotta invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. You must invest in yourself.
Big track.
If
and I've been
don't invest in yourself, like,
it's never gonna come back.
Yeah, and nobody else is gonna be willing to invest in you. So you have to make those investments first.
I'll say this too, and this from somebody who's put on bad shows before. A lot of y'all, you can be like, work on your show, work on performance. People don't care about that as much, but I'm telling you, that's what's gonna get you. I don't care. You can be a C-list artist and you can make 10 bands. You can make 5 to 10 bands a show. Going to these clubs, you might go in a hole in the wall and make 5 to 10 bands. It might be a little dangerous. You can get your bread, and you can. If you got a show, bro, people want to see you. That's what matters. You gotta have it. You gotta have heat. You gotta have hit songs, but the performers, they last a long time. You feel what I'm saying? That people, when people go to your show and they like, oh, he snapped.
And that's just one aspect of it. And then when you look at the other part of, make sure you networking and getting those connections. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media is huge now.
No, you're right.
So you gotta look at that shit as a business. You know what I'm saying? That shit is a motherfucking business. I know people hang out up there and have fun and shit, but that shit is a business. Same way you up there having fun, you gotta figure out where to flip that shit around. You know what I'm saying? You doing comedy skits, there's a lot of people out here getting a bag from it. You know what I'm saying? Start creating some shit.
You're right.
And to add to the fellas, man, as with anything in life, it's everything is a paradox. Everything is a balancing act. Right. And you have to have balance in it.
Right.
Like, you have to, like, for me, for instance, I go to the gym at least 2 to 3 times a week because I'm an artist and I have a public image. Right. I also want to be healthy, so I find ways to make it benefit more than one thing. I read because
you said I read. Okay, now we might as well let this one ride and take another break.
I read, and it deepens my knowledge, my wisdom. It also deepens my vocabulary. It deepens my perspective. That helps me in life. That helps me networking. That also helps me in music. You know what I mean? You know, you have to make money to live for yourself and build your goals, but you also have to have time and energy to put into your goals as well. Yeah. So it's just like you have to choose what you would like to be for yourself or what you already are, and you have to be able to stand by that. Like, I chose to be who I am because I think 50 Cent said it, like, if you be yourself, nobody can ever be you. And anybody who ever acts like you, people gonna be like, that's Cheno. Right. You know what I mean? And you're going to forever be able to sell yourself and market yourself. And that's people's biggest mistake is they try to be somebody else when all they got to do is be themselves. And they'll always make money by being themselves.
So you got to get comfortable living within your means as well, too. You know what I'm saying? It's all right if you're not shitting and shining on everybody. Some people, you know what I'm saying, that's not your position in life. I mean, is to be shitting on people right now. And sometimes you got to be down a little bit lower, and then maybe if that's your goal, which I wouldn't understand anymore because I don't live on that frequency why people want to shit on other people.
There are way more people in the demographic of people who are average than people who are shitting on people.
Yeah.
So your audience is going to be way easier, way more relatable if you just be yourself. Is what track. You know, we all saying the same things, but just from different perspectives. You know what I mean?
No, you gotta touch the people. The goal of the artist is definitely to touch the people. That's why I said from the beginning, like, we do care. You put a lot of, if you're a real artist, true artist, you put some weight in what people feel about your music. You know what I mean? Even you can weed out the bullshit. You know, people that just hating and just real, but you gotta take the common criticism sometimes. Like, hey, bro, you could have did this or you could have did it. You know what I mean? And some people, they gonna say some bullshit, but a lot of times, some people just want to see you be better. You know what I mean? So you gotta take that shit and apply it, and that's what I do. But like I said, bro, a lot of artists, I'll say this too. I don't even want to put a damper on what, because we definitely talking positive, but I feel like a lot of people is doing it just for a quick check or some quick money, and I feel like that's killing the game as well. You feel what I'm saying? You might be able to make one hit or you might be able to do whatever, but I feel like if you don't love it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't love the game, I don't feel like you should. You do whatever.
You can tell the people that love it by their lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Their lyrics will show. You got niggas who make the party music and everything else, you know what I'm saying? But they able to make other music as well, too, you know what I'm saying? There's some people who only can make that type of music.
Yeah.
And you could tell because it's been years and they're still, like, they haven't been able to develop anything
else but that same music. Yeah. But that's, and well, listen, I'm saying you can find your lane, you do whatever. Like I said, people using it now to feed their family more than they care about it being an art.
Yeah, but understanding that, too, like, we all know that music is at a place now to where we understand how it's hypnotizing and how it's, like, portraying things in a lifestyle where it's not healthy or beneficial for us, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can go to the white clubs and hear their music and it's not the same music. So they just, it's about fun and some different shit, but it's not putting perceived thoughts into their mind, you know what I'm saying? So it's a different concept. Yeah, we down here living this lifestyle and this is what it is, but they plaster it as if there is no other types of hip-hop music, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's the straight formula for it.
And I think the same way you might see this man's perspective or whoever's sitting in the guest seat, Track is the host perspective and the co-host perspective. That's kind of what we mean by balance. All of these are true. You know what I mean? You have to choose when it's true to you and when to apply it to your life. There may be times where you need to make a quick hit. Yeah, some of my best songs are quick hits.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's the having integrity and knowing when to do it and just being genuine to yourself, so you're not just copying somebody else or trying to make a quick buck. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying is, it's one of those things, like, and people don't care. It's like a common courtesy thing. Hey, bro, if I'm not good at this, like, hey, if I'm not a handyman, if I'm not good with this wrench, or if I'm not good with this hammer, I'm not about to come and offer to work on your house. You know what I'm saying? If I don't care about the quality of the shit that I'm gonna do to your house, then why would I'm not gonna come put a new floor in your house knowing that I ain't never did it before.
Some people will do it for the bag though. That's the only fucked up thing about it.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what's happening in hip hop, or that's what's happening to me. Is a lot of people that just do your thing. I'm not mad. You got to fight through that, but what I'm asking, or when not even asking. What I'm saying is, when does it get to the point where it's already gotten to the point where you might perceive these motherfuckers as somebody who they don't even really care about the shit. You feel what I'm saying? And you might be grinding for a long time and care about it, but you ain't. It's a weird dynamic. What I'm saying is they might be more consistent than you or something like that, but you know the quality might not be better. Does that makes you want to be more consistent?
I'm like 50-50 because sometimes I like raw different content. Like for me, I just don't want to hear like, I ain't gonna say I don't want to hear because I don't mind it from time to time, but the old school early 2000 mixtape sound. That's the only sound that I want to stay away from. But it seems like with the programs now, like everybody quality is up from there. So it might not sound like industry quality, but industry quality is fucking what some white man stamped it as. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't say, hey, this is the quality that we want to make it. This is the quality that they created, and that's the quality that we all follow. And it's just been a thing that we all been kind of chasing to follow. So it's like when people like when you start getting people like us into them positions, now they able to put some different sauce on it. But that same sauce is cool down on the lower scale too.
I think that comes back to the question when you asked him and I how we put out music, because it's fairly similar. When it comes to me, like you said, there's some times where there's a sound or there's a vibe, there's something that's being pushed where I know it's just like this. If I come into a room full of corny people and I'm the only cool person, I'm automatically corny by default.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's like, it's times where you can read the atmosphere.
It's like if everybody work out and then you walk in the room and you don't work out. So now you the awkward one.
You automatically awkward.
Yeah.
And then if you do work out, you walk in the room with don't nobody work out, now you just a big swole ass dude in the room.
Now it's awkward still.
Yeah. But that's kind of the concept of when you pick and choose when and how to put out music.
Right.
Because you don't want to be that sore thumb that's being authentic.
But even if we are,
mean?
Even if we are, that's one thing we're not taught when we're young, is how to handle this process when we have to go through these emotions that are really awkward and uncomfortable or embarrassing, you know what I'm saying?
And that's one thing I would say. We're gonna change the conversation
Anytime.
All right. Well, that's what I say about changing. And I was just talking to my mom about this, but and I ain't gonna go into details about it. But it's about changing the narrative or changing like the gap. Like, all right, both of my parents been sick. You know what I mean? I'm still not sick yet. Not saying that I can't get sick. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, obviously, I'm doing something that's preventing me from getting sick at this point.
Yeah.
So how can I better that and take it to the next level? That is a change that maybe if I'm not sick, maybe my kid's not gonna be sick. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's already stopping the change. That's just, you know what I mean? It's stopping the thing right there. Hey, nobody taught me that I could. That's what I've said, bro. You might wait till later in life to. Nobody told me, hey, get a credit card. They always told me don't get one.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. They're trying to save me from using it the wrong way. But nobody's telling me the knowledge of the right way to use it. Nobody's telling me, hey, you need to worry about your credit. Nobody's explaining this to you. You got to find this out yourself. But once you find it out, now it's like, all right, bet. If I got this knowledge, maybe even if I don't have the best, let's say, even if I don't have the best grasp on the knowledge, maybe my kids will, or maybe their kids will. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I plant that seed in them, like, hey, bro, you need to worry about your credit right now. You know what I mean? Get the credit card at 18, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of shit you got to teach. Hey, bro, no, listen, don't rent that house. Buy this house. You feel what I'm saying? Then you can do whatever with it. You don't have to stay here. You feel what I mean? Like, nobody taught me that. So it's like, and nothing against my peoples because nobody taught them that. You know what I mean? You know where we come from. So it's like, it's a generational thing of you've been shunned to the side. Nobody's giving you this knowledge. Nobody's trying to educate you. You got to educate yourself, and you got to find fragments, and then you got to change.
And you have to fight through it because it's a lot of distractions.
You got to fight your own people through it.
And yourself, because you are programmed backwards. So it's
you
like once you start learning it, you have to start fighting all these old habits that you have.
But then people hold that against you because you seeing what's going on.
But that's when you're strong enough to stand on it.
You got to. And that's what, you're right.
And on that note, we're going to cut to this break, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to get right back to y'all.
This that savage shit.
Lord.
So we back from the break, you know what I'm saying? So we about to get into, you know what I'm saying, V.Bady's musical journey. I know we kind of been talking about a little bit of everything, but now we about to see how he got started into his musical path, you know what I'm saying? What was like that first thing that hit you to let you know, like, all right, music, this is what I'm about to do, like.
Right. Well, like, I mean, I've been making music since probably like 15, you know what I'm saying, 14, 15, like actually going to school with the tape, like making the tape, going to school. I went to the dude, shout out my homie C. Chris Lassiter, that's my homie, but he had like the newsroom or whatever, like he was like on the school media type, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
he had mad computers in his room, and that's back when you could burn CDs. So I go in there and like, it's, you know what I mean, it's 10 computers in there, 10, 12 computers, I can burn a CD on all them shit. So I'm in there burning CDs, writing the shit down. That's a fact. Don't people know, bro? Hey, I still got some original shit from back then. That's what people don't know.
All the
I know.
Memorex, bro. I had the Memorex. I'm just writing big Sharpie and Memorex, killing them, bro. I'm killing them, bro.
Oh my god, this nigga like, boom, this nigga using all the computers.
Boys at work, but dog.
Oh my god, yeah, no.
No, I would go when he wouldn't have a class in. You know what I'm saying? Like he would let me in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He only had certain classes at certain times. So I go in that bitch when it's empty, and I'd be like, yo, I'm about to burn these CDs in here. And but he was cool. He used to pick us up. He was like a Young Life person too. Like he'd pick us up. We'd be freestyling in his car. Like he a devoted Christian. But he'd be like, we in there freestyling in his car, cussing, doing whatever. But he was cool, you know what I'm saying? It was all
he
love.
Was a teacher or just somebody that you knew around?
He taught the media, you know what I mean? He taught like the news and media, and then, you know what I mean, eventually they, you know what I mean, I guess, I don't know if that position went to the wayside or whatever, and then he ended up actually working for the news leader and then he, you know what I mean, worked for the way. He does the right, bro, he do a lot in the community. I love, see Lash, if you see this, I love you, bro. Like, he actually looked out for us, you know what I'm saying? Young black kids, young minorities in the community, he looked out for us. He come pick us up, give us rides, you know what I'm saying? Anything we need, you know what I mean, needed to do, you know what I mean, it was love. Like, he took us on camps. But no.
Let me ask you something, like, something like that, that's something that I had in my life associated with music. What do you think, how do you think that affected you at that age? You know what I mean? Compared to your peers at that age. You having something like that. You having someone who was willing to do that even though their views was one way. They were willing to let you be however you wanted to be, you know, help you get towards the place you would like to be.
Alright. Well, I'll say my whole life has been like that. So I've always encountered people like that. I don't know if it's the creator, God, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to put a name on it, but he always, in a path is nobody ever denied me from doing what I wanted to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Once I said I was taking this path, it was no really resistance from my family and friends. Even if they didn't like it or make, you know what I mean? I'm sure some of my family was like, oh, he think he gonna rap, he gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they never discouraged me. Yeah. And it's like, he never discouraged. He was just, of course you're gonna preach. You know what I mean? He preached the Bible to me, and you should do this. Like, you know what I mean? And as a kid, I took that in. I grew up in the church, so I took it all seriously. But at the same time, I knew that I had this talent and I can use it to maybe better my situation. I'm still in the messed up place though. You know what I'm saying? As much as I believe in all this, like, I still gotta make something. I've always felt I had to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's just for me. Like, I'm an only child. There ain't nobody else to depend on. I ain't never had no older brother to be like, you know what I mean, older sister. Nobody to like. It's me. So no, I appreciate all the people for me growing up to not like. Nobody forced me to do anything. Okay. You know what I'm saying? They let me become me. So he knew who I was. He just, you know what I mean? He tried to, you know what I mean, plant seeds or whatever. And some of them seeds still there. But at the same time, they couldn't change me. They knew I always had a strong personality. I had my characteristics from a young kid. So like, I was gonna be who I was gonna be. Even though, but I'm glad I didn't have no, you know what I mean? Like we was talking about earlier, I didn't have no like athletic dad who used to play sports. Now he forced me to, you know what I mean, play the sport he did. I didn't have a mom that forced me to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? My aunt and my cousin, they worked all the time. So I was outside, I'm playing, you know what I mean? But I That's why I said I gravitated towards music because that's what I saw. You know what I'm saying? Like I was ready. TV. I was outside all the time, but when I come inside, I see TV. Yeah, it influenced me, bro. I mean, any kid in the '90s, that's what's going to influence you, bro. Yeah. I see with chains. I see with chains. BT. Yeah, you see somebody with chains on and rapping. I'm like, yo, I'm good with words too. I can do the same thing. I mean, you don't see. I mean, ain't like I'm seeing doctors or realtors or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not seeing them on a regular basis. I see these people on TV and they look like they're getting it, and I'm like, I can do that.
Not to cut you short, but it's like, that's why we need to do more as far as like in real life in front of our kids, you know what I'm saying? When they see us doing these things, it's just giving them the idea that they can do it, you know what I'm saying? So even if you feel like you ain't strong enough to do it, you do it for your little one, you know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be something that they could feed off of. Or even if they don't do what they see you doing, it's going to let them know. Like, it's going to keep it in their mind that they can do whatever they want to do. We tell them they can do whatever they want to do, but we ain't showing them. You know what I'm saying?
At all, right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't going to say we, but, you know, it's some of us that is, you know what I'm saying? Us over here, we do. You know what I'm saying? But, like, we gotta do a better job all together collectively, you know what I'm saying, as far
showing
as
different
like
paths.
Showing them, man.
No, because you be closed-minded. Like I told you, I was one path, you know what I mean? One track minded. You know what I mean? This is like this is what I do. This is all I can do. But then when you step back and I'm like, yo, I'm a good human being. Period. Like, it's a lot of things I can do. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's a lot of different ways I can affect the world and do different things. But I'm so trapped in a mindset that this is all I can do because this is what I'm good at. You know what I mean? And we don't, and I hate to make it a race thing, but it is what it is. Like, as black people, you put to that thing. You put to that, yo, what do you do best? You better do it. And you better do it quick. Figure out what the fuck you doing. Because you don't got time to play, you know what I mean? It's not, we don't have time to play around and fall back on nothing. So if you figure out what you think you're good at, you're going to chase that shit, you know what I'm saying, to the fullest. Because it's like, hey, I ain't got time to play around. I found my talent, let me use it. I don't want to be like her, you know what I mean? And
so what would you give someone who's like constantly distracted, who wants to do those things, but you know what I'm saying, there's so much other stuff going on that they constantly distracted, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, like the peers they're around, something they watching on TV, social media, you know what I'm saying, like.
Well, I'm constantly distracted too, but also it's lately. I know I had my head down for a long time. You know what I mean? And that means like every day I go to the studio, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, get off, go, you know what I mean, go back to the studio. So I know what it's like to put your head down and really, like, even if you don't know what's going to happen, I'm just going to grind it out. I don't care. Anything, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I done had DJ Smalls, was a mixtape, put money up for that. I done put money up for, you know what I mean, different shit. I done pay for features. I done pay for different shit to happen. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta pay to play. You know what I'm saying? That's just all it is. And it's all like a mindset. But when you stuck in that mindset, you miss a whole lot of other shit in life. From relationships, how you treat people, because you just focus on one thing. You don't care. You just want it. And I'm coming from people who really, really like on it, like, bro, this is my only thing I can do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so when you got a mindset like that, you don't even really care about whatever else is going on, and it's fucked up. But it's like, yo, I care about this so much that everything else don't matter as much. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then at the same time, you lose a part of yourself that way, and you lose relationships, and you lose connections with people because it's like you so focused. It's a selfishness kind of on a level too as well. But you feel like when you make it, if you make it, you can pay it all back. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they'll understand once I make it that that's why I did. That's just why I'm this way. But then if you don't make it, it's like, damn, you spent all this time and you wasted all this time you could have been spending with your family and friends and enjoying your life regularly. But you want to chase some shit that might not even be. You know what I'm saying?
But what is regular?
Not regular. You know what else? It's not regular. But what I'm saying is, it's a tone down from being an artist. I only got the eyes of being an artist, so I don't know what would be regular or what people would seem as regular. But to me, it seems chilling and actually evaluating your life, living each day where I don't care about achieving something for somebody else, or I don't care about I have to put this out or nothing. Like this last year has taught me that, like, I wake up sometimes like, I can't go perform this song anyway. It doesn't matter. It does matter. I need to put out shit, but hey, I can't go touch the people right now. I can wake up and what do I want to do today? You know what I'm saying? If I feel like writing today, I'll write. If I don't feel like writing today, I don't. Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's also a way of being your own. Like, I fund myself, so it's not like I work for anybody. So it's like I work at my own pace, but at the same time, my pace needs to be at a good pace. But I kind of feel like regular is taking life for what it is, and not feeling like no expectations, bro. If I can live a couple days without expectations, that's the weight off my shoulders for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, as an artist, for me, I really care about, damn, I should be doing more. Every day, I need to do this, I need to do this. And it builds up because you don't do it. Over time, I'm still not doing it. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Wow. It's on your head every day. Now I can take a day off like, fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm going to wake up and do what the fuck I want to do today. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I mean, why can't I enjoy your day like everybody else?
That's when
you know what I mean? But that's a real artist, man. You feel this? It's a real artist. It's a weight. It's like, oh, I'm a human too. I'm still a fucking human.
Yeah.
I'm a upcoming artist. I'm trying to do this. I'm funding myself, but I'm still at the lowest. I'll enjoy sitting, chilling, and watching the Netflix. I enjoy playing the game for 2-3 hours. Might pass. You know what I mean? I enjoy living and just relaxing and not thinking that I gotta do something every fucking day, or I gotta pay. Let me line this video up. Let me write this verse for this person. Let me call this. Hey, can I get in the studio? It's always a constant tug, a war. I gotta hope that you ready to work when I'm ready to work, and all. So why can't I just wake up and just be regular one day?
I remember you had mentioned about features. So, how do you approach who you would like to feature with? What do you think about paying for features, and like, what is your experience with working with other artists that you don't know personally?
Oh man, all right, that's crazy. I say first, I don't even do a lot of features, and not because of anything. It's not no personal thing. It's just like I be in my own zone sometimes, and you know what I mean. If I hear somebody that I know that, and it's a lot of people I should have reached out to and did things with, but I haven't. But I be getting in my own mode. It's like, yo, I can just kill this shit. I can just put 2. I used to be a person to put 3 verses on shit, like the old shit. Yeah. But now I'm like, yo, I can just put 2 verses on this shit and get the fuck on out of here. Exactly. And it's no, you know what I mean? It's no hassle or it's no extra shit. And I know I can just switch up the flow on the second verse, and then it still sound like 2 different verses. So it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's still gonna give the same effect, even if it's not the same effect. But I'll say I do need to work with more people, because more people do bring a different feel to shit. So I'll say.
What made you, or should I say, have you, because I know a lot of people haven't quite yet, like, have you done any collab work with any mainstream artists? And if so, like, which artists, and like, how did you go about the process? Because a lot of people don't, they may want to reach out to these people, but they may not know exactly how to.
No, I was going to get to that off of Cheno's question. I did reach out. I didn't reach out to a couple artists. The first time I got, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell this for artists, just for people can understand. I reached out to. I thought it was PB Longway people, but it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Or it might have been. He might just finesse me. I don't know. But it was MPA something, and I don't know. I don't know the whole thing, and it could have been a finesse. That's all. I never put that shit on PB Longway. I fuck with PB Longway the long way. His music hard, but yeah. So I was just trying to get the feature from him. Ended up, you know what I'm saying? Boy said it was joint. I should have checked more into it. He had a blue check though, so I thought it was official. Yeah. But his joint was also, you know what I mean, like locked. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? He had to follow you for you to see his shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was one of those. But he had a lot of followers, so I was like, all right, you know what I mean? Boom, boom. So I got finessed on that. So then I turned around probably like a couple months later, and it was up. We came back from somewhere. I think we came back from some type of show or some showcase or something. And we was up. Me and my homeboy was up, and we was listening to. I was just playing shit on my YouTube, and the Yellow Beezy came up. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, this shit hard. So I played it back like 2 or 3 times after I heard it. I was like, oh, this shit hard. And I was like, I didn't know how many views it had at the time. I don't know if it was at 1 million yet, or you know what I mean, just at 1 million, something like that. I don't even know. But I was like, yo, this shit. I said, yo, it's right about to go crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm already thinking, like I said, I got an A&R brain on the low. So I was thinking like, all right, this shit about to go crazy. I just woke up the next day and was like, yo, I'm gonna hit their people up. You know what I'm saying? Like at the joint, it had, you know what I'm saying? I went on his Instagram and saw where his management was, hit him up, and he hit me back. You know what I'm saying? Like this is before he probably had like 200,000 followers at the time, something like that.
Yeah.
250. So I don't know. He hit me back, and I was like, bro, I'm trying to get a verse. Da da da. At the time, I had the bread to do it. He told me da da da. Gave him the bread. It took like a month. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hitting him like, yo, well, come on, bro, what's going on? Boom, boom. He was like such and such. He kept telling me different shit. Like, oh, he getting to it. Once we get out, we on the road. Once we get off the road, we gonna da da da. I was like, all right, bet. So finally, he was like, I don't even. It might be like a Friday or Saturday, bro. It was like early in the morning, like 12:30, 1 in the morning. I'm on the duty, playing the game with the homies, and I gave them my engineer's email to send the shit to. You know what I mean? For he could, you know what I mean, put the shit together. So my engineer hit me. I think he might have been on the duty with me. I don't even remember, but he hit me like, yo, they just sent that shit through. I was like, word? He was like, yeah. So I was like, bet I'm gonna come through in the morning and listen to that shit. So it came through the next day. They sent the shit through. He, you know what I mean? Put it on, put a little edit on that bitch. You know what I mean? The shit rocked out. Only thing was, I wasn't even thinking about no paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I was so happy to get the verse. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have my business together on that. So I didn't, you know what I mean, think about them getting a waiver or signing whatever for me to release it on the DSPs or whatever. So after that, when I talked to him on the phone, he was like, what's the feature without the video? And I was like, yo, you right. So, and it wasn't, like I said, I never talked to Yellow Beezy. I just talked to his manager, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we were supposed to meet him in New York. We ended up, long story short, got the rental, got the cameraman, boom, boom, boom. We ended up trying to holler at my homie to take him up there with us because he's from up there and he knew all the people. And we was going, you know what I mean, bring all the people out. Ended up being late. Like I said, it's on me, blew it. We was late like an hour. And like I said, like, dude stopped answering. He was like, yo, I thought you was gonna be here at 12. I was like, yeah, bro, we caught up in traffic. We're gonna be there like 1:30. He was like, yo, we gotta go to YouTube, we gotta go to this and that. So it's like I said, it's a learning lesson for me, like, bro, you not punctual, you blowing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, like, it's a learning lesson. All I could do was put it on the YouTube. After that, they wouldn't even sign the joint for me to put it on Spotify or whatever else. So for me, it was like, hey, man, you know what I mean? You procrastinating or you not being prepared, it cost you. You know what I'm saying? It cost you bread. It cost you, you know what I mean, a moment. Like, they was really going, you know what I mean? Like, I was in contact with them the whole time. Like, shit was going to go smooth. And you blew it, bro. So, but for me, it's like, hey, next time I do it, I'm gonna make sure I'm on point, make sure I'm there, you know what I mean, on time, probably a day ahead. But like, it's just a way to look like, I know what's going on, I'm in tune, so I know, you know what I mean, who the next upcoming artist is and who whatever it is. You just gotta catch them at the right time and have that bread. So, you know what I mean? You can make that shit work again.
Yeah, that's definitely a motherfucking learning experience.
Yeah, it was crazy,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying?
Definitely.
But on that note, we're gonna take this break and we're gonna be right back to
yes, sir.
This that savage shit.
Wrap it up with this, you know what I'm saying? Let us know like how he made it this far as like doing his music and staying on the right path, and how he got into the position where he became like almost like a spokesman for his town, you know what I'm saying? Like actually being vocal and speaking up, going to the news station and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So
right. Well, like, I always wanted to make sure, like, as an artist, I'm not just gonna be the one, you know what I mean, putting out videos, doing whatever, saying whatever. I also wanna, like, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna try to make a change there as well. You know what I mean? So, I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna step up and say nothing, but I'ma always use my voice in a positive way if I can, you know what I mean, as long as I got it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like I said, yeah, I'm an artist. Yeah, you know what I mean? I do my thing. But at the same time, if I got the time, which I do, you know what I mean? I feel like you should always put the time into your community if you got the time. You know what I mean? If you can speak up, you should speak up. So I always speak up for change. I always speak up for righteousness. I try to do that.
So did they reach out to you for that, or was that something like you knew you had to go to them for to kind of give them y'all input and y'all stand?
Well, not eventually, but initially, the Vice Mayor Ofikar, like he had did a forum. It was around the Trayvon Martin time, you know what I mean, it happened. So he had did a forum down in City Hall, basically asking people to come down, you know what I mean, speak their piece and speak on whatever. And he wanted some young people to come down and speak. So, you know what I mean? Back then I was like 26, you know what I mean, 25, 26 came down. Me and only another artist, you know what I mean, shout out King Tech, he came down. And we stood up on the jump and we, you know what I mean, we spoke our piece. And I basically just told a story about some racism that I had, you know what I mean, encountered at a young age. With like a baby, it was like a young ass white baby, but he had called me, you know what I mean, called all of us, you know what I'm saying, the N-word.
Yeah.
While we was walking, and it was just crazy because it was a baby, so it was like, you know what I mean, you can't even really be mad. But
you
it's
talking
like,
about the N-word, he called y'all nice?
Stop it. He called us a nigga.
He called him nice and he got offended. How
nigga.
dare you call me nice?
Nigga called us a nigga, right? And I'm like, yo, it's a baby though, so we ain't even tripping, so we just keep it moving, you know what I mean? We were like 10 and 11, so, but that always stuck with me, like, damn, they teaching that shit young, so at that point, I just shared that story with him, and I guess, you know what I mean, it resonated. They asked me, after that forum, he had opened a group called Building Bridges for the Greater Good, and I was asked to be a part of it. I did, and we've been, you know what I mean, going strong for like 4 years now. So it's like, it's a good thing in the community. Shout out to Stan, Virginia. I always speak up for my town. We try to, you know what I mean, we speak for the minorities. We try to speak for like equal rights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bringing people together, make sure we all understand each other's struggle, things of that nature. So, I mean, that's how it happened. And I'm like, once I make a commitment to something, I try to stay with it. So that's just what it is. Yeah.
That's definitely a good way to stand.
Yes,
you know what
Lord.
I'm saying? But on that note, you know what I'm saying, we're going to wrap this thing up. You know what I'm saying?
Bless up to the Most High, man. Y'all be easy, man. Shout out to my homie TrakWolf, my homie Cheno. Bless up, like I told you, man. Follow me at greatorangehope, all social medias. Smoke.
Hey, y'all already know what time it is. Motherfucking Cheno in the building.
Hey, nah.
Y'all already know where to find us at, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Everything
Lord.
gonna be down there in the descriptions. Y'all make sure y'all support the motherfucking brand, you know what I'm saying? What you got over there, bro? Let them see it again.
Great Orange Hope, you heard? I got the bigger logos coming soon. Don't even worry about it, man. Smoke something with your kinfolk when you see them. Yes, sir.
Hey.
Fuck with them, man. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yes, Lord.
That's that doubt.
Yeah. One for the money, one for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Nigga, 1 for the money, 1 for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds, nigga. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Try me, I'ma put one in your McNugget. Serving in the morning around 6 something. 7 up, you know how my click thuggin'. Bitch super bad, give a McLovin'. Pack you gymnastics, flip onions. Posted in the back with the clip on me. Please don't trip, got the stick on me. Niggas be mad for no reason, I know. Worry about me, that's the reason you broke. My peoples got reefer, hit me for the smoke. I used to serve the QPs for the low. Nagging asshole, won't you leave me alone? Pull that little bitch and go deep in the throat. Get your own plate, you can't eat off my folk. Word to my team, I make G's off my phone. Yeah, I'm a king and I'm feeling immortal. Y'all niggas ain't got no morals. Yo bitch fuck you, then go fuck your friends. You know these women ain't loyal. I got it straight out the soil. I got the sauce in the Goya. You was my homie, but then you switched on me. Hell no, little bitch, I don't know you. I be slow when I drive, got 2 DUIs. I had to go cop me a lawyer. I can't spit no lies, just truth in my rhymes. Y'all niggas just like Tom Sawyer. Say burr on my side, might light up your ride. You know I be strapped like Han Solo. My whip it got horses, no polo. My pen game is sick, got Ebola, nigga. One for the money, one for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds, nigga. One for the money, one for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds, nigga.
Hey, 2 Glock shouter. Serving in the street with a Glock founder. Hey, nigga jigging hard, getting the rocks off him. Hey, play crazy, nigga swear I knock his block off him. Yeah, cross him up, nigga hot sauce him. Nigga scream, ooh, like sauce waffle. I know they ain't human, but my diamonds talking. Ain't got a pit bull, but my diamonds barking. Hey, motherfucker, all the pillow talkers. Got a couple L's in trying to dish them off. Hey, shade the haters out, gotta get them off. Labor comma every day trying to get off. Hey, niggas talk, but we really bosses. Got a younger daddy kill something for $20. This AP here, yeah, really cost me. Give me that neck, bitch, trying to get a knockin'. Hey, how you flexing with 100 ones? I'm a young strap with 100 guns. Hey, all they choppers got 100 drums. Leave a nigga shirt sticky like 100 buns. Hey, little bitch got thunder buns. She gon' make that shit shake like thunder thumb. When she come through, guess she running some. My young walk a nigga down and gunna some. Yeah.
One for the money, one for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds, nigga. One for the money, one for the money. Never been a hoe, 2 guns on me. 3 for the show, 2 bad bunnies. Never let a nigga take none from me. Nigga eating good, keep a big tummy. Laughing to the bank like the shit funny. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds. Finna cash out, talking big hundreds, nigga.
This that savage shit.